Hey, Lions Nation. We're back with another exclusive video bringing you all the latest news about our beloved Detroit Lions. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss anything about the team. Now, let's get into the news. Nobody in Detroit expected today to unfold the way it did. Not the fans, not the analysts, not even the players who spend every day inside the building. It happened fast, sharp, like a blade slicing through the calm of the offseason. One moment, the roster seemed stable, predictable, held together by the usual quiet of routine. The next, everything shifted. A cut, an unexpected release. A decision so abrupt that it sent shockwaves through the league before anyone could process what it meant. It wasn't just a personnel move. It was a signal, a warning, the unmistakable sign that Detroit is preparing something bigger than anyone realizes. Inside the training facility, the reaction was immediate but muted, the kind of stunned silence that hangs in the air when everyone knows the truth, but nobody dares to say it out loud. Phones lit up, whispers spread through the hallways. Coaches exchanged quick glances filled with urgency. There are moments in football when the game inside the front office becomes louder than anything on the field. And this was one of those moments. This wasn't a random decision. This was the first step of a calculated strike. People close to the team described the atmosphere as tense, almost charged with static. Not panic. Far from it, but a sense of anticipation, the kind that only appears when something is moving beneath the surface. Something intentional. Something powerful. Detroit doesn't make surprise cuts without purpose. Not now. Not with the roster on the verge of a breakthrough. This wasn't trimming fat. This was clearing a path. The Lions have been inching closer and closer to the kind of transformation that can flip a franchise's identity overnight. And when a front office commits to a move like this without warning, it almost always points to one thing: an aggressive pursuit of a player who can reshape the team. Someone expensive, someone important, someone worth making people uncomfortable. Some insiders are whispering that Detroit has had its eyes on a disruptive defender who could instantly elevate their pressure packages. Others say the team is preparing to strike on the offensive side of the ball, targeting a piece that would push the unit into terrifying territory. And then there are the darker rumors, the ones nobody wants to attach their name to, suggesting that the Lions have been waiting for the exact financial opening this cut created, like hunters watching the brush move before stepping in for the kill. But the real question is, why now? Why this exact moment? Why this specific player? Every unexpected cut has a story behind it. This one feels like it has several. Some claim there were internal disagreements, late-night discussions, heated evaluations about how certain players fit into the long-term vision. Others insist that Detroit received a call, one of those quiet back-channel conversations that insiders never admit to, presenting an opportunity too perfect to ignore. Something that required immediate financial flexibility. Something that forced the team to move quickly, almost suddenly, before the window closed. The locker room felt the tremor instantly. Some players reportedly stared at the message board in disbelief. Others reacted with the tense mix of excitement and fear that only comes when a franchise makes a decision this bold. Because everybody in that building understands exactly what moves like this mean. Roster cuts of this magnitude are not endings, they're beginnings. They signal that the front office is positioning the team for something big, something aggressive, something that will shake the depth chart the moment the ink dries. Before we move on, take a second to drop a like and subscribe. That way, you'll stay up to date with every exclusive Lions update, and you'll even have a chance to win an official Detroit Lions jersey. Let's keep going. Detroit has spent the last seasons rebuilding intentionally, methodically, reclaiming the identity that once slipped through its fingers. But now, the tone has changed. Patience is no longer the priority. The hunger is different. There is a pulse running through the team, an urgency that comes from being close, too close, to something historic. And now that a crucial chunk of cap space has been freed, nobody believes this move stands alone. It's the first domino, and the next one will not just fall, it will crash. Rumors are multiplying. Some believe the Lions are preparing to make a trade that will stun the conference, possibly involving a Pro Bowl defender whose situation has become unstable on another team. Others think Detroit is positioning itself to sign a veteran who has been holding quiet negotiations behind the scenes. The most dramatic theories suggest that the front office has been planning a franchise-altering acquisition for weeks, waiting for the exact moment to strike. And today, that moment arrived. Inside the war room, the energy has shifted. People are walking with purpose. Discussions sound sharper. The pace is faster. Decisions are being weighed with intensity. Teams preparing to make aggressive moves rarely show their hand early. Detroit is no exception. They operate quietly, strategically, with a sense of direction that is becoming increasingly clear to anyone paying attention. The Lions are done waiting. They want impact. They want firepower. And they want it now. The fan base reacted instantly. Social media erupted. Some celebrated the newfound financial freedom. Others panicked, wondering what the unexpected cut meant for the emotional fabric of the roster. But beneath all the reactions, one feeling dominated: expectation. Detroit doesn't free this much space unless something massive is coming. And that expectation grew as analysts began to connect dots the franchise hadn't even commented on. What makes this moment even more intriguing is how calculated it feels. The Lions have been building toward a singular vision: toughness, identity, resilience, dominance in the trenches. Any player they pursue now must embody that philosophy. And that narrows the possibilities to a handful of names capable of shifting games entirely on their own. Names that don't come cheap. Names that require cap space. Names that require exactly this kind of move. The league has taken notice. Rival general managers are watching. Agents are making calls. Defensive coordinators are sweating. Because when Detroit moves like this, it means the team that already came dangerously close to rewriting its history is about to get even stronger. And that is the kind of threat no one in the conference wants to face. What most people don't realize is that aggressive moves rarely begin on the day they become public. They begin weeks earlier, in whispers, in late-night film sessions, in heated meetings where the front office debates whether a bold strike is worth the risk. Detroit didn't stumble into this decision. They sharpened it. They prepared it. They waited for the right moment. And today, that moment finally aligned. Whatever the Lions are planning next, it will not be subtle. It will not be quiet. It will not be safe. It will be a statement. The kind of statement that shifts momentum, changes expectations, and forces every critic to pay attention. The kind that can alter the balance of power before the season even begins. The cut was only the beginning. The real move is coming. We bring you the latest Lions news every single day. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And of course, drop a comment below with your thoughts on today's news. Your voice makes a difference for Lions Nation. See you in the next video.